Good morning and welcome back to Cityline. This is a bittersweet kind of segment, and you'll find out in a minute. The people on our couch, if you look up the definition of success in Webster's, it will say see RAGS Wearable Art and Show. And so please join me in welcoming Mandy Webster Martin. You are the marketing chair of RAGS. It is so good to see you. Welcome back.
Thanks. It's great to be back here.
And this woman is royalty. Not that you aren't. You're princess, but she's queen.
That's
we're
fair.
talking to Sandra Purcell. You are the founder of RAGS. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
It's
again,
but it's just wonderful. And the reason why this is so bittersweet is because this is the last time we're going to have RAGS. This is its final debut after 30 years of success and brilliance and raising money to help our beloved YWCA. So, Mandy, if someone's new and says, this is my last chance to go to RAGS, tell us, what is RAGS?
So RAGS is a wearable art sale and show, and that means jewelry, garments, and accessories by local, Washington, Oregon, California artists. And we also have a gallery with jewelried pieces of just fine wearable art.
You do. I mean, the art there is just, it is the definition of a curation. It is beautiful. So Sandra, you were a YWCA board member when you founded RAGS. Tell us how that came about.
Well, first of all, let me say, we could sort of say co-founder, if you will.
Co-founder.
Judith Nyland, who was, Judith could not come today, but she will be there for the VIP opening on Thursday night. And I was on the board of directors, and we were trying to find some way to raise money.
Yes.
And so we went to a restaurant, Judith and I, and started drawing on. They used to have crayons on those the butcher block paper.
I remember that.
And so we started talking about maybe we could do something about Halloween.
Yes.
And that sort of petered out. And then maybe we could do something about Mardi Gras. And that sort of whatever. And then sort of we said wearable art. Maybe is there enough? And 30 years ago, it wasn't quite the
it wasn't the treasure trove that it is now.
No, right. But there was a woman sitting next to Judith on this banquette in the restaurant, and she kept leaning into the conversation.
Ooh, I love this.
And her husband was sitting there sort of next to me. And as we went through this and drew all these pictures, when they were called to a table to eat at the restaurant, and they said, if you get this off the ground, then I'm Mimi Anderson, and this is my husband, Jim, and the Weavers Guild will be right behind you.
See, now I was just watching a show last night, and one of the things they were talking about is the ability to listen to conversations next to you in a restaurant and how good that is. That's what happened to you guys. Absolutely. So Mandy, I want to find out, this event, as Sandra said, benefits the YWCA. How does that work? Show us the money trail.
Okay, so the artists that participate both in the marketplace and the gallery share a percentage of their sales with RAGS. And then we take that along with the individual and corporate donations, bundle it all together, and give it to the YWCA. And it's what's called unrestricted funds. So they can apply that money anywhere they need to.
Best kind.
Yes, best kind, be it for payroll, be it for flowers outside, or be it for somebody who just needs gas and is having a hard time in this city. All of that money can be used for that. This is the 30th, as we've said. Wow. And it's our final RAGS show. How are you feeling?
It's bittersweet.
Yeah.
I joined the Guild 12 years ago, and it's been a wonderful time every year seeing new artists and returning favorites, and you can see some examples of what you can expect at this year's event. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. How's this feel for you, Sandra, as you sit and think about that conversation you had in the restaurant to looking at the treasure trove we have now?
Well, it could happen in Tacoma. In Tacoma, we had so many people interested, not only the Weavers Guild, but other just artists Linda Nino and Lisa Kinoshita and
Yes.
Ann Darling from Kennedy Road. And
Yes.
so they just came to a group, and it was so, well, nobody was thinking we're going to do this for 30 years, I will tell you. We wanted to get past 1 year probably, or 2
1 year at a
years.
time.
Right.
I love that. So as we are looking at this final event, and Sandra mentioned a special VIP, how are we going to celebrate this? What do you have in store, Miss Mandy?
So next Thursday evening is our VIP event and pre-sale, so a chance to shop all of the artists
Oh, yes.
early. And we are going to be recognizing the artists, the RAGS royalty members, the current guild members, that 30 years of history, and champagne toasts, and we'll have music, and it's always a great time. And
Yes.
tickets are still available on our RAGS website to join us for that.
And
Otherwise, it's free for the rest of the weekend.
And Teresa Owens, we love Teresa Owens. And
Yes.
of course, bring your beautiful hanky and your silk scarves, because there's going to be lots of tears on
Absolutely.
Thursday night.
With any luck. Happy
That's
tears.
right. So, Sandra, what is your favorite part of RAGS? And then we have Joya, who's going to show us something she's going to model here in a second.
Well, Julie's going to show us one of the things. Is she coming in now?
She will be here, but you tell me your favorite part of RAGS
Oh,
first.
well, it's just the things that I've been able to find and collect through
Yes.
RAGS, and see all the work that comes to Tacoma from different parts of the state. And then you have a chance to really dig into the artists who are making
Yes.
not only jewelry, but clothing
That's
that I'm
right.
wearing, for instance.
And your necklace?
And the necklace. This is Lisa Kinoshita.
Oh, of course.
And of course, and
My partner has one of her necklaces that I got her for Easter with all kinds of leather and turquoise. Lisa and we have it hanging on the wall. It's that beautiful.
I believe that.
Yes.
All the women in my family all have Lisa's stuff, I tell you.
It's
And
a
they've got
rite
lot
of
it in
passage,
rags.
isn't it?
Yes.
God, what are we going to do? So let's look at Miss Joya over here. And Sandra, can you tell us what Joya has on? We'll get a little camera.
Yes.
There she is.
Oh, there she is. Okay. This is from Cynthia Wayne Gaffield, and I've had this coat for probably 25 years.
Oh,
This is vintage RAGS here.
Vintage rags, right.
oh my God.
And it's just been, and on these cloudy days that we have in our winter, is this a
Yes.
good thing to wear or not?
It is. Joya, will you turn all the way to the back? I just saw some patches. Oh, now look at that. This is classic RAGS. I mean, and I have to tell you, looking at her in the studio, then looking at the monitor isn't picking up and doing it justice like it is in the studio, because that ombre, kind of ochre color really pops here in the
Yeah,
studio.
it does.
And so is that, is the scarf attached to it?
No, it's not.
Okay,
The scarf is, so you may wear the scarf with what you're wearing today almost.
Absolutely.
That would
Oh.
be great too.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Joya, we're going to make sure that goes back to RAGS, because I know that you just want to run out of the building and never come back in that. That is quite fabulous. Joya, thank you for saying yes to everything we put you through
Thank
here.
you
at
so
TV
Thanks
Tacoma.
for being our model. Great.
She's too bad there aren't 30 more years. You would be a great RAGS model. Thank you, Joya. So remind us of the dates and times again, Mandy.
Sure. So the VIP event is Thursday evening, March 7th, and then it runs Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the 8th, 9th, and 10th. 10 to 6 Friday and Saturday, 10 to 3 on Sunday, and those days are free to the public at the Larson Mercedes-Benz of Tacoma in Fife.
Yes. Okay. And I want you to talk about the necklace you have on the black and white tile. Tell us
Absolutely.
about
So this was, I believe I bought this last year. Actually, I have several pieces from her, but I bought a new set. This is from Darcy Thompson.
Okay.
And she makes jewelry from broken china. So I have a pendant and matching earrings.
Yes.
That I wear from her. I'm also wearing pieces by Rosina McKeegan, Travis Kirshner, and my affirmation bracelets by Elisa Saucy.
I love that. And Sandra, if I were invited to your house and I said, show me all of your RAGS treasures, how long would it take us to get through all of them?
I don't know. Come for the afternoon.
Okay. I
Would
can
that be good?
like from 12
Little
to 5.
glass of red, and we'll be fine.
I'm there. I'm totally there. So when you look back at RAGS, and this is a question for both of you, what are you most proud of, Mandy?
I am most proud of the work that we've done for the YWCA. We've raised over $2 million in those 30 years. I think we're coming up on 2.2 million. And also just supporting the local artists and community.
I'm gobsmacked over here. I'm glad the camera wasn't on me because my mouth was hanging open like Cassandra's was when she heard our Lucas sing over in the cafe. Wow, that's a lot of money. And that's a lot of volunteers who put their time, because this is all volunteer driven.
It is.
So we could not have done this without all of those amazing volunteers that kept building and building over the 30 years. What you said when you sat there at that restaurant, you never thought that you would make it to 30 years.
No, we wanted to make it through the next year to get some money to help the Y. Had no idea. And I have to, I'm taking credit for that restaurant deal, but I did not do 30 years of work.
No. It took a village.
It did take a village, starting with starting with Jim and Mimi. Couldn't think of Mimi.
Jim and Mimi, that's right.
Yeah, starting right there. It was a little focus in Tacoma, and it's just been way beyond our expectations, and how wonderful it's been for the community and for the artists who get a chance to show their work, like Lisa and people that you know already.
Mimi still participates.
And she does. And she's a dear friend of my wife's and mine, because we have the same taste in jewelry and in art. So I want to say to both of you, thank you. And that doesn't seem like enough. Because of what both of you have done, art heals. Art teaches us.
Yeah.
Art is everywhere. And the definition of art gets redefined and defined over and over again by getting to interact with people like the two of you and the artists that are in that hall and have stories about their jewelry. So I want to say thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
And I want to mention Judith Nyland one more time, because
Judith Nyland.
The reason that we had dinner together was because she has those creative juices that just keep going, and you know that too. So
Sandra,
it's
thank you.
really a pleasure,
Yes.
and she's a treasure.
That's right, she is. Well, in our Comfort Cafe, we've got some Tacoma Symphony people there. Ooh, and Sven's got his violin. We're going to have him dance us over to the couch. We'll be right back after this quick break.